Good morning to you, good day to you, good evening to you, whatever time of day you are watching this. I wish you the absolute best. My name is Freed. Welcome to The Art of Being Freed. This is a podcast that focuses on growth, mindset development for creatives and creators. And this is episode 0. I want to thank you first off for coming through. You're coming here because maybe you have a fixed mindset. Maybe you're a creator and you're stuck, whether you have writer's block or artist block. Maybe you're confused about what to do with what you create or how to even use it as an effective outlet. And that's what this show is going to focus on, ways to break through barriers, whether it's mental barriers, physical barriers. We're going to really focus on how to advance your mindset so that you can win, because it's really all in your mind. You can literally talk yourself into or out of victory. Now, who am I? My name is Freed. I am an artist and an illustrator with a background in sales, management, and leadership. I've been in that field for about 20 years. I've been in technology for the last 12 years or so, and technology education is my specialty. So I am literally teaching people how to develop professionally for a living. Now, I've been in leadership since I was in my early 20s. My first job was literally 20 years ago. I moved out to Phoenix, Arizona from Fresno, California. And I moved out to Phoenix to make cartoons. I went to school for animation. And it was one of those schools that you would see like late night on TV during like a talk show when they went to commercial. It'd be this guy telling you that you need to do something with your life, get off the couch, get out there, change your life, this and that. And that's the type of school I went to. Obviously, those commercials worked because it changed my life. And I was chilling one day. It was a Saturday, and my boy called me up, and he was like, hey, I'm moving to Arizona. It's the school out there. He was also an artist. And he was like, you should check it out. Maybe they let you in. You have some really dope art. So I checked it out. And I'd been, living in Fresno my whole life, California, go Bulldogs. And it was one of those things where I had to make a decision. I could stay in the comfort of home. The other alternative was to go and try something brand new, get out of my comfort zone, truly grow into my own. And that's the first lesson. I believe that if you really want to excel in life, you have to get out of your comfort zone. Usually you start to come into your own when you leave your hometown. That's just all there is to it. Now, I'm speaking from personal experience, but I know a lot of people who have struggled with leaving, and then when they do leave, all these great things happen for them. Even among the setbacks, you're still moving forward because you made the decision to get out of your comfort zone. Any setback is just a part of the process. Once you've made the decision, that decision should move you forward. So that's the first thing I want to, drop on you is to don't be afraid to get out of your comfort zone, even if it means leaving your hometown. So I left Fresno, got out to Phoenix, got a job at a call center real early on. And that was my first experience doing call center sales. And I was doing like the type of sale where I was selling long distance. So I was calling you during your, dinner time. I was working part-time, and I was really good at it, like right out of the gates. I could barely get a job in Fresno, but I came out to Phoenix, got this job, and immediately was just doing great. And I was making working part-time, but making full-time money while going to school for animation. I got so good at sales that I decided to just do that full-time. Like, okay, this is what I'm going to do. And the reason that I started to make this podcast, I actually started a podcast in 2015, same name, Art of Being Freed. I did my first video in 2015, and it came out on YouTube, and it ended up like blowing up. And to me, it blew up. It did much better than I thought it was going to do. It was called 3 Reasons You Should Quit Your Call Center Job. And I worked in call centers for so long that I got tired of it. Just all the different things that were happening, the politics, the culture in different positions that I had. And it got to the point to where I ended up becoming inspired to make a cartoon about it, which I got this call center shirt on right now. This is the cartoon, which is basically a story about my time working in different call centers. I've been able to promote that, pitch it to different people. I tabled it for a long time, but it's back, it's out, right? And I wanted to do something that would help to uplift people. I did my podcast in 2015, got away from it. I didn't do it long. I maybe did 5 or 6 episodes, put them on SoundCloud. They're still out there. And I left it alone. I handled my business. I went back to work. I quit work for a little bit in 2014. So from 2014 to 2016, I worked with a bunch of different people. I did some TV shows. I had a really good time. And then I go back to work in 2016 and everything's good professionally. I'm a family man. Things are going great. And I lost my mom 6 days before her birthday. And she was like my light. Like, she gave me a lot of uplifting energy every time I connected with her. So part of the reason I got into doing a podcast was it was almost like therapy for me, because people had lost parents, and a lot of people lost specifically over the last few years, but it was hard for me to talk to anyone about it. And the best way I knew to go about it was to speak about uplifting from a mindset perspective, because every time I talked to her, that's what it was. Like, if I was down and out about something, she always gave me something good to vibe off of from a mindset perspective. And I'd always been that type of motivational type of person in my group, but it's different when you lose your mother, when you lose someone so close to you. How do you respond, right? And I had gone through some stuff, right? Like depression, pretty much. It was really bad, but I kept performing, I kept producing, I kept going hard, really in her honor. So that's a lot of what this whole podcast is inspired by. My mother and the light that she provided and the energy that I am going to attempt to provide throughout these episodes. But on this episode 0, I just wanted to put something out that was more about me. And I had actually recorded this a bunch of times. Like, I've been recording episode 0 for like a year. And I wasn't too sure how to put this out there, because I just believe that oftentimes people just want to hear about things that can benefit them. But for everyone who watches this, I feel it's important that you know who I am. Like, if you're in a season of healing, maybe you've lost someone, maybe you've lost something, maybe you just feel stuck and lost, period. This will be a good podcast for you to listen to, because I'm right there with you. I'm still healing. I'm still coming out of it. It'll be 2 years here this year since I lost my mom. And oftentimes I'll get down about things and I'll think about her and I'll say something uplifting that she would have said. And a lot of what I've recorded has been things that she's told me over the years, or she had told me over the years. So I'm sharing a lot of light with you. There's no negativity on this channel. It's all positive. I'm going to do my best to speak about what to avoid, but I'm also going to speak about what to attract and how to attract. I believe that's most important. A lot of people get in this position and talk about what you shouldn't do. And sure, we'll talk about that, but it's more important to talk about what you should do and how it can benefit you. All I'm doing is sharing good vibes. That's it. And if it helps you, if it lands on you, then it's supposed to land on you. J. Cole, famous hip hop artist, went to New York. There was a local artist who was playing his music for a crowd. J. Cole pulled up, listened to it. He vibed with it. And the advice he gave the young artist was, put it out now. Put it out, and it's going to land on who it's supposed to land on. So if you're a creator, maybe you've been stuck on something and you're not sure when to put it out. You want it to be just right. You want it to be perfect. Just put it out. The supporters are going to support, and it's going to land on who's supposed to land on. This is Free with the Art of Being Freed, episode 0, sponsored by Call Center TV. We got merch at callcentertv.com. Follow us at Free Podcast on Instagram. If you know someone who is struggling in any way with a fixed mindset, bring them to me, have them listen to this, okay? And you'll learn more about me as time goes by. But my objective right now is to help you win and succeed in your mind, because I could have did a podcast about art, could have did a podcast about dogs, could have did a podcast about fatherhood, relationships, all types of things I could have done a podcast about, but it always starts in your mind. This is Free with the Art of Being Freed. Until next week, I will see you soon. Get ready to watch episode 1. Peace.